Ropa fire. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to the channel, and if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the family. My name is Ropafadzo Dambire and this is my YouTube channel. So here we talk about anything and everything. We talk about faith, we talk about lifestyle, We've got sit-down chats, we've got vlogs. So it's always important that I know, what do you want to hear as my YouTube subscriber? What do you want to know? What do you want me to talk about? So if you have anything like that, and if you've got anything that's really burning that you want me to talk about or to do, please feel free to comment in the comment section, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Like, it really doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. You just go there and just say subscribe. Anyway, before I get started on today's video, I'd like to apologize to my fans, mostly to my fans, because I've been MIA. Yes, MIA is the word. I have been off the radar. Like, where have you been? You know, the type of thing. I don't know how to answer that question. Where have I been? I mean, I'm still in Windhoek. I am still around, but I guess to just narrow it down to, like, what have I been doing? I think I've been going through a creative blockage, and I haven't been finding that creative side of me. But today I decided, guys, that no, enough is enough. I'm going to get off my bed, although I'm sitting on it. I'm going to get off my bed and I'm going to do something about my YouTube channel. So here we are today. So I'd like to apologize to all my fans. I know I'm supposed to be putting new content every Tuesday and every Saturday, but that hasn't been happening. So I am very sorry. Please do forgive me. And I'm very sorry for myself, for slacking on myself, for sleeping on myself. Ropa, I am sorry. So anyway, now that all protocol has been observed, that's it, right? Yeah. Now that all protocol has been done and I've apologized, and yeah. Why don't we get into today's video, okay? Stick with me. Okay, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about life after university. As you might or might not know, I recently graduated from the University of Namibia, and I am a BA, Bachelor of Arts in Tourism, honors holder. Yes, I have to put the honors. So I graduated in April, and life after university has been interesting. But anyway, you will get to know all about it. I guess that's why I'm making this video. So, this phase of life after university is a difficult phase for most of us, if I must say so myself, because you're in that position whereby you thought, hey, after I graduate, I'm going to be working in in the field that I studied for, and I am going to be earning money, and you've got all these dreams. And for some of us, really, it's not that you want to have a job exactly soon after university, but you want to do your masters. But guess what? Life will humble you, and you'll realize that it's not each and everyone who's going to get a job straight after university, and it's not each and everyone who's going to go and get that master's after university. This could be because of various reasons. I mean, for example, number one, getting a job. So you actually realize that there are a lot of unemployed people in the world, and especially unemployed youths. So you'll realize that maybe you've got a friend, a sister, a brother, a niece, whoever it might be. Maybe it might be your next door neighbor. Hey, you realize that They have been sitting at home for the past 2 years, and if they're working, they're not working in the field that they studied for. So guess what? Welcome to the unemployment club. I remember the day, I think it was a day after I graduated, and my friends decided to take me out for dinner, and I had to wear my cap and my sash. That's what you call it, right? Anyway, so I had to wear that around. And this guy had the audacity to come to my face and is like, yeah, welcome to the unemployment club. Guess what, guys? I don't have those friends, guys, who take negativity. They're like, no, you're not doing that today. Like, go away from here. Get away. We don't want to hear about that. But you know what? Sadly enough, or sadly, that is the reality of today. Most of our graduates are getting out into the world, and we've been equipped to work for people. We've been equipped to, work for people. And unfortunately, there are very few employers, or there are very few businesses which are open enough to take a person who has just graduated. Because guess what? Most of these businesses are looking for people with 5 years of experience. And I'm looking at myself like, where was I supposed to get this 5 years of experience exactly? Where was I supposed to get it? So it's one of those things like, you're looking for jobs, and then you go to the part where they're looking for the qualifications or the things that you must have. And then there is, 5 years of experience, and then must have a driver's license. And for us who are used to work, this is so sad, actually. I should change my life. For some of us who don't have a driver's license, you're like, okay, so I don't have 5 years of experience. I don't even have a driver's license. What the hell am I supposed to do? So, man, this has how life has been for most of us who have graduated. And then the second one on going for your master's. Obviously, your parents have put you through university, or maybe it's someone else. Maybe it's your relative. Maybe it's a scholarship that you've been on. But now you want to do your master's, and you're either looking for options along the lines of you either have a scholarship, or your parents are going to pay for it again. In my case, I wanted to do a scholarship. I wanted to pursue my master's, and I would have rather applied for a scholarship or have my parents pay for it. Or if I've got a job that is paying me enough, then I'm able to sustain myself and be able to still pay for my master's. That would have been the ideal situation. But unfortunately, like I say, nothing is ideal anymore. Nothing is perfect, and nothing is like, you graduate, you get a job, you graduate, you go and do your master's. It's not as straightforward as it could have been, or as it must be. So now it's that time where you sit down with your parents and you're like, so what's the plan forward? And for me, my parents were like, look, we've put you through school for like the past 4 years. We would love to pay for your master's, but unfortunately at this moment in time, we don't have that money. So it's that point where you're like, okay, so I'm not going to do my master's now. And for me, it's one of those things whereby I want to just do school. Like, your BA, your bachelor's degree, your master's degree, and you're done. Unfortunately, I wasn't going to go and do the PhD because I don't think that's for me. Like, I don't want to have my PhD. I don't want to go and do PhD studies. I am fine with just having a master's degree and like little diplomas and something, like I feel like learning is something that you do on a daily basis. You never stop to learn. So it's one of those things like, okay, sure, after masters I should be able to get maybe a diploma in something or a certificate in something. So that was the life plan. Hey, so some people have managed to go and do their masters, some people are still at home. And it's in that moment that you're like, God, I need you to be there for me in this moment. I need a job, I need to do something, and it's not happening. So I'm just going to share with you a few tips on what it is that you could do in this time, and also to just share on my update on where am I, where has life after university taken me. So fortunately enough, or fortunately for me, I got a job last year before I finished my degree. So that was the time when I was doing busy with my research and everything, and I had a job. So in as much as it's not a job in the tourism sector, because I am doing administration work. I'm an office administrator for a security company. I love the fact that I was getting the experience. I love the fact that I was not at home and not doing anything. So fortunately for me, even after I finished my school, even after I graduated, I still had that job, and which is what I'm still doing at the moment. So that was like a yay moment for me, Yay, I'm not at home. Yay, I'm blessed, Thank you, God, that type of thing. And yeah, so I've been very fortunate. And then secondly, I did say that I'm going to share a few tips on what is it that you could do in this moment whereby you seem lost, you seem like there's no hope after university. What is it that one can do, in this moment in time? So I think that where most of us made the mistake was we didn't make connections in university. So I'd like to encourage anyone who's in university at the moment is it's the time to build your connections. It's your time to make friendships and make connections that will lead you to somewhere else, And what do I mean by connections? I personally feel like for me, a connection could be anyone that I come in contact with. So this goes about being, maybe for me it was because I'm an extrovert, but I know for most introverts you might not be keen on this. But I think that each and everyone that you meet in university, or most people that you do meet in university, can contribute towards your future. Like how I got this job, a friend of mine referred me to the person who's now my employer. So it's one of those things whereby if I had not met this person who referred me to my current employer, I would not have had the job that I have right now. So university is the time to build those connections. It could be with your lecturers. It could be with the people that you are in the class with. It could be with the people that you meet on a regular basis. That's the time to make connections. And you could be in a taxi. Don't be afraid to talk about what it is that you're studying, what it is that you do. Don't be afraid to take a person's number, And I know it might not be, sometimes the people that we met might not always be the ones who are good for us. But guess what? That's why we are also intelligent enough to be able to realize that, okay, this person might not be good enough for my future, and you move along. But then sometimes you can actually see that, okay, I like this person called Ropa, and I do think that she's very intelligent. She's got a lot of people that she talks to. I do think that she could be the person who helps me in the future. So you build that connection, you stay in touch, you're always updating each other on what it is that you're doing at the current moment. And then for that period whereby you are, you've just graduated, I know you're probably looking at me and you're saying, okay, you're saying that because you have a job right now. But I think it's important to always be on the lookout for jobs. Like, even in as much as I've got a job, guys, at this moment, do you know that whenever I get a newspaper, because we get newspapers every morning, I'm always in that section whereby they are advertising jobs. And guess what? Some days you met something that's in your field. Some days you don't even see anything that has to do with what you studied for. But I'm always there looking for new opportunities. I'm like, okay, all right, there's nothing today. I'll open again tomorrow, that type of thing. So always be on the lookout for jobs. It could be on the internet, in the newspapers, with friends and family. Make sure that people know that you're actually looking for a job, And the third point of advice would be, don't give up. Don't give up. take your CVs to those companies. I feel like one thing that could help you is you make a list of all the possible companies that you could work for or work in. And you take your CV, I'm gonna come back to that one. You take your CV and you print it out, or you email it to those companies, or you go to their doorstep and let them know that, look, I am looking for a job. Trust me, you're going to get a lot of people who are going to say no to you. But that doesn't mean that you have to give up. Because the moment you give up, do you know that in that moment when you give up, maybe that was the day you were going to probably get your breakthrough. So don't give up. Send out those emails. I mean, if you've got access to data, if you've access to Wi-Fi, why not do it every morning? If you've got the money to get into town or go to wherever those companies are, why not get up and just go there? And the other fourth point of advice is look at your CV. Guys, fortunately for me, we had one course that taught us how to build your CV. These days, no one has time to go through a 4-page CV. You can actually put each and everything on just one page. So why not you make your CV something that when someone looks at, they'll be like, okay, I want to read that. Not when someone sees 4 pages, they'll be like, huh? This person just graduated. Why do they have 4 pages? I mean, you just graduated. Why do you even have 4 pages? Why do you have 4 pages on your CV? And also look at your reference list. Some of these people who you have put down as your references, also, or as your referrals, they probably don't even know that you exist, or they probably don't even know where you are at in life. They probably don't even know about your character. So look at that referral list and go through it. And sometimes what you can do is you can ask your friend to just call and pretend like they are a company and they are interested in employing you, and find out what your referral list is saying about you. Because guess what? Maybe that's where you're missing the point, okay? And on the fifth one, I'm not so sure which point we are on now because I am talking a lot, is when you go to an interview, I always believe in making the first impression last, So make sure that you are dressed to impress. But when I'm saying dressing to impress, I mean that look formal and be at your best, Like, it's that thing whereby if you are looking for, what can I say? If you're looking for a book, you read the title, right? And if the title or the cover of the book is not captivating enough, you will leave it. So sometimes really employers, they really get bored by how you're looking, like, what do they see? And then secondly, when you are in the interview, be yourself and be comfortable enough. Don't be shy, be outspoken, be happy, show that you are confident enough. I think confidence is the word that I'm looking for. Be confident about your CV. Be confident about the fact that you don't have years of experience, but you're willing to get those years of experience. Be confident about who you are and of the value that you are going to be to that company. Because don't sell yourself short by not being confident. In fact, before you go, smile and pretend you are looking at the people who are going to interview you and say, good morning, my name is Ropafadzo, And especially right now, I mean, yeah, we are in the COVID season and everyone else is wearing a mask up. I think sometimes if you're going to get into an interview, just put that mask. Yeah, I mean, usually these interviews don't even last for an hour, or maybe it's not even 30 minutes. So, I mean, just mask down, smile, make sure that you're maintaining eye contact, and that should be of help. So, what am I saying? To those people who are in that moment where they're like, am I ever gonna get a job? What should I do now that I've graduated and there's nothing for me? I don't have a job, I'm not doing my master's. I'm saying don't give up. continue working on yourself, continue upgrading yourself. I also recently learned that there are a lot of courses which are now online, and you can do them for free. Go on LinkedIn. There are free courses there. Do something to improve yourself in this time that you're not doing anything. Make sure that every morning you send out your CV somewhere, and you never know what you could be lucky one day. So that's my advice to anyone who's looking for a job right now and who has recently graduated. I hope these tips were of help, and I hope I wasn't talking a lot but not talking about anything. I hope that makes sense. Somehow you can just be there and you're talking, but no one gets anything. So I hope you definitely learned a thing or two from this video. Other than that, I love you guys. I appreciate you all. Be sure to come back to my channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Ciao.